And good morning, everyone. How are we? Good evening, probably. Most of you guys are online. Hi, I'm Trevor. I'll be your online contact, as well as Trevor Clark. I'm Trevor Higgins. I'm the smarter Trevor. Don't tell him that he's bigger than me. And so I'm just going to go through, in this simple webinar, is just a few basics about navigating around Study Smart, which you probably have already looked at, already approached. Primarily, we're going to go through what we're going to do in regards to the assessments and what your requirements are and how best you can go in getting it up and running on time. So hopefully this will work. I shall share screen. So hopefully now what everyone here is looking at is our module for 2105 Strength and Conditioning. As you can see, unit info, communicate, assessment, and activities. Okay, we're at week 2 at the moment, so if I click onto week 2 just quickly, it should open. Participate, prepare, view lecture. Strongly recommend that each week you guys view the lecture. It's a very simple, straight to the point on how to do. Participate, co-tutorial do. For you guys, get onto the discussion forum. There's a number of questions. If we click online there, activity learning, your review should be relevant. Respond to at least 5 other students. Complete the practical activities, required worksheets, that sort of thing. Click on down here and you add a description or topic. So here we've got the questions for this week's would be energy systems, work capacity and testing protocols. So you just need to have a look at those and getting into the such things. What are the key teaching points for the bench press? Prioritise the guidelines of safe lifting and spotting. What are some rules for strength testing? As a coach, how could you use the data from a 1RM test to prescribe future training loads? So that's what you need to deal and respond to. Okay. And hopefully, now if we go back one, where are we going to go? Hopefully we'll go back here. No, that's not where I wanted to go. I love this. All right, we'll have a click on, sorry, go back through my courses. Or we could go back to this one. So tutorial, that's the practice. In here is our assessment criteria, or the assessments that you require. You have a lit review and you have a final exam. You also have your ASCA level 1 competencies. That is going to be done in week 5, and I assume you received my email saying you need to nominate at what time you can attend the face-to-face shoots via internet. We need to do these in order to assess you in your lifting competency. It's not your ability to lift, but your ability to teach someone to lift. We'll have a body here and you'll take them through a couple of lifts from the main points, or from 2 of the 7 lifts that are categorized under the ASCA level 1 lift competency. Bench press, push press, I think bench dips might be in there. Hang cleans would also be in there. It's part of your unit outline. If you have a look, it'll actually give you the charts. Later on this week, I'm going to upload a number of webinars on the various types of lifts that you would do in a gym. Some of them will be related to the ASCA level 1. Others will just be more generic. But primarily, it's going to show you the sort of things that we're looking at that you're going to have to understand and respond with. So they'll come up over the next couple of days. I'm also going to open a Facebook page for PER 2105 Strength and Conditioning online, and I'll send you the links to like those Facebook page, where I'll also be posting webinars and comments, and you guys can start chatting in amongst each other. I know it's online and you could be all sorts of places, both within Australia and international, but it could help each other if you're able to just discuss various topics in a less formal setting. Post questions, hey guys, anyone know what's going on here? And that sort of thing. So I'll put those up, lifts, specifications, assessment cover sheet, submission, turn it in. So if we click on our specifications, practical lift competency, these are all the basic lifts that they will cover, and you should practice on doing. It's also the marking rubric. Our other assessment that we're going to have is your task, which is a literature review. So what you're really looking at doing is writing a lit review on a particular sporting function. So you need to identify a sporting task or sport and a particular relevant position that you can apply in these situations. If you can then do that, you then write a 1,500 word limit that's plus or minus 10%, detailing the science or the evidence about that particular program. So if you come down here, you'll be allocated a sport-specific case study required to prescribe six one-week training programs. So we're looking at a macro cycle. So you're going to look at 6 programs for a week, and it's going to be for a specific task, whether it's for strength, for hypertrophy, power, can be aerobic, anaerobic, required to. Now, the basis of that training program is from the literature, these 1,500 words here. So 1,000 words will be on the lit review. Subheadings to identify. So we want to look at the prescription principles for the topic. What are the training adaptations? In other words, why do you train every day or every second day or every third day? Why are you increasing your loads across the week? Then you have your justification of your program. You are in this program. We're looking to increase a person's overall strength. So we're following program as set by Smith and Jones in their paper. That's identified required. You're required to review a minimum of 5 sources. 3 journal articles should be included in this list. Understand the difference between going to www.getbignow.com and a journal article or a peer-reviewed scientific article is what we're looking at. I'll put up a webinar again on the best way to do searches from that within the ACPE library. You can do Google searches and they can identify it, but in a lot of situations, you might be able to access the complete journal article by going through the library. We should have access so you can download the complete article and you don't have to buy it. So I'll show you that. It's quite simple to do once you've been shown the best way to do it and how to identify what constitutes a good academic article. So that'll also go up, okay? Your references, again, APA format. I know a lot of people complain they join uni to do a Bachelor of Coaching, a Bachelor of Science, a Bachelor of Education. They didn't realise that they were also doing a diploma in APA referencing. Unfortunately, every university and every student in every country in the world has to go through that. We all complain about it. It's just a fact of life. You need to do it, just like eating your Brussels sprouts when you're going up. You might be able to complain to your mum about it and she might get annoyed, but academics don't. So just accept it, embrace it. If you've got problems, contact our Student Learning Services. They have a couple of videos. If you can't get the information from them for whatever reason, send me an email, because I know I had them doing a video for a couple of my subjects last semester or last year. Okay, so we go through down here. Our marking criteria. With every assessment you will always get, for those who are in second, you will already know that. If you're in first year, it goes, oh, okay. Is that we sit there and you've got your literature review, your justification, and it talks about how we assign the marks. So as you can see, you do a comprehensive and accurate examination, extensive detailed program, extensive justification, standard of reference, superior use of supporting evidence, high distinction, so it goes from being comprehensive and extensive to a detailed account, to a C or a credit, as we like to call it, good identification. And you're concise about it and you sound. A pass is basic identification of the components. So a person has just identified, oh, we need to lift heavy to get big, without going too much detail. If you haven't included any identification and how the science supports your program, that's when you're running into troubles with a fail. If we tick off these, so if we go, yep, your referencing's pretty good, you've got some supporting evidence, general explanation's good, lengthy exercise, yep, basic identification, yep. We then go up to credit. Yeah, the referencing's good, good use and relevance of the evidence. Yeah, you get into some solid justification. Yeah, it's a good program and you've really looked at the physiological components. Credit, then we go up to D for distinction and we tick. Now, if we only get up at, it's really just a general explanation, maybe. If you haven't ticked all these, then boom, we go up. So if you get all these, but maybe if you only get one of this, you'll get what we call a high pass. If you've got a lot of excess here, but you've cleared the fail, and you maybe 2 or 3, then we might give you a low pass. And that's how your grades will stand it out. Okay, so you have a look and understand that if you want an HD, it has to be comprehensive and accurate, it has to be extensive, and it has to be excellent standards of referencing, superior use and relevance of supporting evidence. To think of relevance, if you find journal articles, if you're doing an athlete who's a netball player and you found articles based on training and developing a junior netballer, and that matches your case study, then obviously that is really relevant supporting evidence. As opposed to excellent uses, you may have some articles supporting the development of power in athletes, male athletes, and you use that, but you've got a female athlete. Well, okay, perhaps the physiology is the same, there's similar constants involved. Okay, but that's a detailed, and you've shown an understanding of the requirements, but the evidence, it is relevant, but it's not superior in its thing. It's good relevance because you looked at power athletes, but it's not superior because it's not directed at your particular case studies. Okay, so that's how you need to assess what sort of mark you're going to get. And that's our Lit 2 in our program. Then you come in with a final exam in exam week, and there's probably nothing in there, of course not. Exam week, you're going to come in, it's going to be based on content. It's not a complex program, but it is somewhat of, if you have knowledge of the work, if you've done your readings, if you've done the work, if you've followed up, then you should go pretty good with it. If you think you can wing it, then you'll probably be back next year doing this subject again. Okay. The other thing you need to understand is on our, let's go, we'll close out of that, sorry. Let's close out of that. So we've got 25 and 40 and 35%. So they're what your competencies are. That's how you get your pass based on these components. Okay, guys. I hope that gives you a bit of an insight and a little bit of a more. And so look out for the link for the Facebook page that I'm going to create. Also, when I put the webinars up there on the various components to help you through this first 4 to 5 weeks of the course, I'll send you via email the links to these Hangouts, and I'll also let you know that it is up on Facebook. So if you get that email and okay, great. Oh, look, I'm out. I'll just jump on Facebook, have a quick look. Okay, guys, so just be aware of that. Like I said, any other calls? I'm going to try to get in contact with most of you guys tomorrow, being Friday. If I don't, I'll try. I know you guys are all working and you're all over the place. I know we've got someone in Ecuador, and I've got someone in Korea, and we've got someone down in Melbourne, which is great. So that's Michael. I think you're down on the south coast in Victoria, aren't you, mate? Anyhow, guys, look, pay attention, tune up. Don't forget you can call me, 973 9331, I think it is. Oh, it's on the Facebook. You'll have a look. You'll find me. I'm popular. Or send me an email, guys, if you want to. I will generally try to respond to any calls if you get my voicemail. And I'll try to do it that day if it's before 4 o'clock. All right, guys. I'll see you very quickly. I'll just get rid of this sharing the face page. Okay, guys. So over the next few weeks, these are going to come out. Have a look at them. The webinars and the page, and hopefully we'll all be off and running. If you've got any concerns or if you're having troubles, again, give me a call if I don't get in contact with you over the next thing. Also, think of the tute times where we have the face-to-face tutes. Work out when there is the best time you can fit into your lifestyle with work or whatever to do your level 1 or your assessment for your level 1 ASCO lifts. You need to do it. You need to do it not face to face, but need to do it over the Google Hangouts that we're going to set up. So we need to know what time you can attend in advance. Okay, guys. All right, we'll talk soon. Study hard, and remember, life's a competition. Whoever lists the most at the end wins.